So I'm gonna bring you guys to a little journey to how to actually try to set up your own live stream. But for today, I'm gonna set up a live stream for my friend. So it's gonna be a live stream for musicians, for online shows, pre-recorded events, and probably to set up her own YouTube channel as well. So there are a few things that we need. We need cables, we need all the accessories. So I'm gonna actually bring you guys along with me. For the mixer wise, I'm actually going to use the Zoom L8. So I actually did a video on the Zoom L8 before. So if you haven't checked it out, please check it out. Thank you so much. As I go around Singapore, I don't think I'm gonna bring this big camera around, but instead I am going to use this point and shoot with me. Also, to let you guys know that this is the camera that I actually use to start recording YouTube videos here in my channel. So I want to let you guys know that it's actually possible, okay? If you actually do your own research, it's actually possible to start your own YouTube channel with a budget. But anyway, let's go. Okay, so here is the breakdown of what I actually planned out. I needed to know where will majority of the live stream be at, and I needed to know where is a good place that I can position the computer so that it's actually the closest to the internet router. I chose this corner because it has the power outlet and the router is just upstairs above the computer workstation. If you don't know already, using the LAN cable directly for your internet connection greatly increase the speed of your internet and of course stabilize your live streams. After planning that, it's time to get the things that we need for the Livestream studio to come alive. The first thing is the audio brain behind the entire studio, which is, for this case, the Zoom LiveTrack L8 mixer board that I really highly recommend people to get. I won't really go into the details on this because I already covered that in another video, so please go ahead and check it out. The next thing that I did was to get all the cables that the studio will need in order to route everything together. The L8 has 6 XLR inputs and I use every input there because I will be connecting them from the stage area instead. I mainly customize my XLR cables to the type of head, cable thickness as well as the length of the cable. Actually, I customized all my cables at this place called LHS Electronics, which is located at level 2 of Sim Lim Tower. There are actually a lot of places that customizes the cable here, so do look around until you actually find something suitable for your needs. My XLR cables are usually Canary and I only use Neutrik heads. In this case, I customized 6 XLRs for the studio because I just want to max out the inputs. Of course, you will need 1/4" cable as well for the instruments and the headphones out from the L8. So I customized a few instrument cables that will be ready for people who come to the studio and use the space. All these cables took about 1 hour to be done, so I took the time to just grab coffee just opposite Sim Lim Tower. I actually like my coffee black, by the way. Oh yeah, if you guys want to know, Sim Lim Tower is actually located near Jalan Besar MRT and Rochor MRT. Kinda in between these two, so you can easily walk there within like 5 minutes and you will reach the entrance of the mall. Sim Lim Tower is actually really a gem. Okay, for the stage wise, I got the Hercules stands for them. I use these particular ones, the MS632B, because of the easy clutch system that allows everyone to adjust the height of the microphone stand whenever they want. And the best thing is that you don't really have to turn any kind of knobs, then you just press and go. I use this 90% of my gigs actually. So anytime you want to adjust the height during a gig, you just have to clutch and go, and then let go. So when musicians come to the studio, they might be bringing their own instruments, and what we usually do is we have DI boxes for them. DI boxes basically converts the instruments into XLRs, and they have options like padding and ground lift. I got these Mackie DI boxes from City Music mainly because it's actually affordable, and also I actually get the L8 from City Music as well, so just to get everything in one shot lah. Okay, so what's left is actually a couple of microphones and putting everything together before we test it. We connect the Zoom L8 into the iMac that the studio already have via a USB cable that is provided in the L8. The USB cable also powers up the mixer, and that means that we don't really need an extra power source. Next is connecting their camera into their iMac, and what I use is something called the Cam Link, which converts your HDMI into a USB input. So once everything is set up, we gotta test the sound and make sure everything sounds good before the space is available for other musicians to use. I go and do this thing called line check, which I test every single one of the cables before I really release them for another test. I got one of my singers called Emmeline to come and test it out with me. It was also one of the times that we get to jam together again because of COVID-19 and the entertainment industry has yet to resume operations. You know what? Actually, I can just let you hear how it sounds like.
Don't leave me dry. Don't leave me high. Don't leave me.
Okay, so that's about it. These are some basic things you will need if you are looking to set up your very own live stream studio. You can set it up yourself or you can call me. Anyway, my name is Ching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye bye.